It's the random time, 11th of March, again, a second recording today. Just showing to you how loud it is at any random time at my flat, and every noise is just increased so much. So the explanations that the boundary noise are due to the law are just not relevant regarding my flat, because everything is just bouncing. The waves of the noise are bounced and are increased and are escalated, actually getting to my home. So as long as anybody takes the measurement of decibels, which actually also lasts all the time, every day, all day long, and that is against the law, because during the daytime, you know, even if the decibels, and they are higher than they should be at my own flat, and I have my own decibel measure equipment, and I do measure decibels every day, or at least at random days, during the whole day. So the length of the noise I have to face during the whole year, and during the 3 lockdowns, stuck by the law at home with my family, so close, the lowest flat just at the edge, it's just damaging, extremely stressful. My health really suffers, and the devastation of my flat is extreme. And I do expect intervention, and I don't want to listen to conversation of the builders and the workers, and especially of all these heavy-duty machines. And I'm screaming for the help during the whole year, and I've been ignored. There was some little progress done by some institutions, but they were only words, but not indeed actions. And like I said before, this is going to be right next to my home. Whenever before on that yard was anything like a block, it was a yard with some very short building, not taller than those ones. And suddenly I will be having here a block, which will be 7-floor block, extremely high, without any consent of any tenants and residents living in here. And this is against the law, because if the 7-floor block was within the line of my and all these blocks at White Lion Streets and 19 PG, that would be understandable. But this yard had no taller building, like I said before, like these ones over there on the other yards. And suddenly it will be the tallest block, just taking all the air, and so close that I can't even imagine how the people and windows located into my windows, how it is going to be. And yet no one really is telling me anything. The institution, the public institution like the council of Islington, doesn't tell me any details and information, saying that I have no right to know what is going on in here. I have to find all those things by myself and by my investigations, private ones. This noise is a killer, and it takes all day long, way too long. It's just so dangerous with this crane as well. It's just right in front of my window. Look. Look, there are people just walking in here when the scaffoldings are going to be put in here, like we were told and sent a leaflet. The safety of my flat and having windows open will be really just at the danger, in fact. How many years? I have no idea, because obviously the planning department of Islington Council or noise pollution and health department just doesn't answer at all, and doesn't is not bothered just to answer my questions and my inquiries. And that is the safety of that all regards the safety of my family and myself and my flat. Yeah, I'm a witness of all the conversations all day long. Like if I myself were inside of this construction site, but I am a private person living in my flat. My flat is my castle, and I don't want to listen to their conversation. Luckily they stopped swearing like the previous subcontractors. Look. Great. It's really so dangerous. That's what I have from my window. That's how I have to leave. And it's 11th of March. The windows from outside were supposed to be washed, as we got letters from the housing association, and they have been not washed whatsoever, as you can see. Are they wearing the mask as they have the boards, outside of this construction site? No, they don't. Do they keep the distance 2 meters from each other? No, they don't. So all this information about the safety at this construction site outside is just for the show, I believe. The pneumatic drilling constantly. the knocking constantly, this dropping all those things, this chaotic noises. And you can hear how loudly I can hear the conversation of those people. I can understand every single word from my flat. So you can imagine how increased all the devastating noise must be in my flat during the whole year. They shout to each other all day long. From the very beginning, I was asking to be separated from this construction site. At the beginning, from the massive pollution, when there was the demolition of those smaller objects, like similar, like those ones, whatever, different but similar height at least. And now to be that close to this building, it's just dangerous. It's not only ruining my nerves, bringing me stress. This is unbelievable how the planning department accepted this construction plan and the project without considering the residents living here, and how many years all this is going to last. They don't want to tell us. How do they dare not to tell me or us how and what it is going to be? After a year today, just the first time I found out that this is going to be 7-floor block, because from the information online, it's very information is very mysterious and very just basic. Masks, no masks. Why do I have to listen every single word in the conversation all day long? Not being a part of this workers. They get money for their work and I have to suffer from their conversations. That's how loud everything is. So you can just easily imagine if I can hear every single word from their conversation, even when they speak with normal voices, no shouting, but they were also shouting before, how extremely noisy were all these pneumatic heavy duty works done before, like making fundaments, drilling in the soil, putting this constructions, fundaments and etc. Making the demolition first of all. I don't want even to talk any longer. How it could be approved that there is no supporting boards, like even at motorways during the whole year, and I've been exposed for this madness. Well, which ruined my asthma, my breathing, my stress, my nerves. I really don't want to be a part of the conversations and fun and laughing. Well, I absolutely demand I demand compensation for the whole year. It's all the documentation I took, and I have measurements, parameterization from the whole year. It will be really pretty enough for a massive court row. No matter how long it is going to take. But because I don't know who to sue, and I'm not going to chase any private company and all the constructors, I'm just going. I have no idea because nobody helps me. No one really tells me what to do. So, like my legal advisors, they just told me to to take to the court every single party involved in this project, giving permissions, not reacting, as long as I don't report any problems to Department of Noise, Pollution and Health, which doesn't do anything on its own. But it's not my job. It just took already way too much long time of my life and damaged the whole year of my life, and there are other years in front of me. Damaged my health. The stress causes high blood pressure, to high heart beat. And all this noise is coming only from building a little wall. So you can imagine what kind of noises I had here when they were using all these massive pneumatic tools, generators, cutting the metal, drilling the metal, massive pneumatic, industrial heavy duty tools. It was absolutely nightmare, and it is still has been a nightmare.